What Lonzo Thinks is a wide-ranging, free-flowing discussion where I offer my unsolicited views on everything from music, movies, politics, sports, religion, pop culture, you name it. If it's happening, I'm talking about it. My thoughts are unsolicited, nobody cares, but I care, and as long as I care, I'm going to keep doing this show. All right, and I have a special guest with me, D Grill. Son, what's the business?
Hey, good afternoon. How you doing?
No doubt, no doubt. I'm good, man. I'm good. Happy 4th, man.
Well, happy 4th to you also.
Thank you, no doubt. And of course, it is July 4th, 2020, Independence Day. All right, so to my listeners out there, I know I've been gone for a while, but I've been revamping, actually renovated my studio and everything, upgraded all my facilities and everything. And in my upcoming podcast, I think I'm actually going to film my podcast live and also stream it live and also do some Zooms. So you might actually get a chance to see my ugly mug in the very near future. So anyways, I've been gone for a while. Thank you for your patience during this hiatus, but I'm back and better than ever. And my first show, my new setup is with my homie D Grills on Independence Day. So let's do this damn thing. You ready, son?
Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go in.
No doubt, no doubt. Real quick, today's subject, of course, being Independence Day, is we're going to talk about the 4th and what it means to us, and hopefully you'll think about what it means to you. Of course, since my last show, a lot has happened in the world and in the United States with COVID-19, with all the racial unrest. You got the murders of George Floyd. You got the situation with Breonna Taylor and her murder. You got Ahmaud Arbery. You got Rayshard Brooks. We just got a lot of stuff that's going on, and the nation is up in arms. There's all kind of stuff going on. We got sports teams trying to get back to business. We got sports teams with offensive names looking to change their names. We got colleges. We got who are struggling to kind of stay afloat with their sports programs. We got black athletes, top notch D1 black athletes switching to HBCUs. We got Black Lives Matter. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. So we're going to talk about a few things, but first and foremost, we're going to focus on today, which is once again Independence Day. And Derek, we're gonna, like I said before, we're gonna softball it. We're gonna just talk about a couple things. And first and foremost, I just want you to tell me, and everybody out there listening, what July 4th means to you as a black man in America, circa 2020. Go.
Okay. July 4th, of course, is an American holiday. It's the birthday of America. It's a day in which we celebrate the sacrifices of our forefathers in founding this country. It's a day in which we reflect back on things that have happened in America, things that's going on, and for some of us, we also think about where we're headed. I'm split. I'm a United States veteran. I'm a disabled veteran. And being a veteran to me in the United States has made me a part of that flag. I know that as a private in the Army, going through training and learning the things I needed to learn in order to support defending this country, always thought signing a check with my life to give it for this country. I was willing to give it for the ideas of this country, people, the good and the bad. I know that my comrades that served with me, we thought the same. It didn't matter whether you were white, black, or any other race. It didn't matter. We were going to defend that flag so that America could move forward, and we were all hoping that it moved forward together. Fast forward to today, 2020, and I don't think America is together. I know that it's very difficult to be a soldier in the Army now. I couldn't imagine being a PFC overseas in a bunker with current affairs going on, and you would have to question yourself on what it is that you're willing to give your life for. What were you defending? Because as you turn on the TV today, there's several different things going on. And it's just ironic that today is the birthday where we celebrate by, of course, getting together and talking about things. But one of the things we do as a symbol is we set off fireworks. Fireworks are shiny, they're bright, and they're explosive. But also what's on the news today is shiny and bright and explosive. I really think that America has a lot going on. And I think that several things have come to a head where America now has to, we've all had to be an American. What does it mean to celebrate America? What does it mean to support America? And then the big question is, where does America go from now? I want to go over the last 5 to 6 months that have happened. We all know that, but we're at a decision-making time. It's a fork in the road for America. Its history is evident and true. But right now, I believe we have the opportunity on where we go into the future. So the 4th of July, that means to me, I guess, it's a new definition this year. That I sit down with my family, my community, myself, and I kind of decide, okay, what kind of America do I want to be a part of? What kind of America do I want to hand to my children and my children's children? And I think that we all, in some kind of way, are having that reflection if we're honest with ourselves. Because our past has benefited some, and it has hurt some. And I think our future has to include everybody in order for us to remain the strong country that was founded in 1776. So I think that the forefathers, when they did found this country, they wanted it to be the greatest country on earth, and they wanted it to be a melting pot of everyone.
No, stop right there. No, stop right there. I know you don't believe what you just said there, man. Come on, man. Come on. They didn't want this country to be a place for everybody. It was a place for white folks, for white men and white women and their families.
Well,
nobody else.
No, you're right. You're right, and I'm right. When I say our forefathers,
it wasn't the melting pot, man. It wasn't the melting pot. It was a pot. It was a pot being stirred by the white man with folks of color, breaking their backs to support them in their efforts to have prosperity and to build this country into something that they can turn over to their children. They weren't giving a damn about anybody who didn't look like them.
Well, that brings me to my point. You got to let me finish.
All right, man. Do you think?
When I say that the forefathers wanted everybody to be included, everybody has to be defined.
Everybody white.
You're correct in saying that the black race was not a part of everybody. See, we have to go back to the first Constitution when they said all men are created equal. You have to understand, Alonzo, you were not defined as being a man.
Exactly.
So they did
3/5
include all men.
Yeah, 3/5 of a man.
You were not defined as being a man. So you're not. 3/5 of a man is a monkey or a gorilla. You're an animal.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Possession, property.
Well, here's what my point is. Our forefathers founded this country for everybody to be included. They didn't say white men on that document. They said everybody. But further in the document, they defined who men were. And it was not us. So as I think about it, I say from that point forward, all the way to today, with current events, black people are still not regarded as being men. We have to figure out how do we get included in the definition of being men. You can see by some of the atrocities, the way that we're treated, it's not the way you would treat men. That's the way you treat animals or things that you really have no regard for. And I think that black America needs to understand that, because we fight and ask for things that they give to men. But when they go behind closed doors, we're not thought of as being men. That's why we're not included. I say to you again, and I said this statement on purpose. They founded this country for everybody. and everybody was defined without the black person, the black race, as being a part of everyone. We were something else.
So theoretically,
in my humble opinion,
what?
You cannot amend a document to include others when you've already said all men are created equal. You have to tear that document up and rewrite it so that it includes everyone.
Well, you got to keep in mind.
I'm a believer in that.
Well, you got to keep in mind that when this country was formed and when those documents, those founding documents were drafted, I mean, you know, the world was a different place. You know, you didn't have internet and Skype and Wi-Fi and, you know, automobiles and airplanes and you know, and things of that nature. You know, the world was different. So it was a document that was pertinent to its time, you know, but, you know, that time is long since passed. So those documents and those thoughts are antiquated. So they no longer apply. You know, it's a foundation, but those documents, those mindsets no longer apply, because once again, when this country was founded and when America, you know, found its independence, yeah, America did find its independence, but people of color were not free. They didn't have their freedom. You know, independence equals freedom.
That's correct.
You know, but
so then let me ask you a question. How do you take a document that does not include you, and then you can amend that document to include you, and you say that's equal?
Hell no.
I'm an American.
Hell no.
I'm an American because of an amendment.
Hell no.
My counterpart's an American because of the initial document.
Nah, bruh. You see, me personally, I drill it down to, you know, to the most minute and most simple detail, man. That's just paper and words. That ain't shit to live by, because those principles have not been upheld. To me, you can amend all the documents you want. It don't mean a good goddamn to me, man. I could give a fuck, to be honest with you, man.
They teach you something. Wait, let me explain to you.
What?
You can go into a fancy 5-star restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
I enter the front door and eat a great meal. At the back door and let you in, and you eat a great meal. We're not equal. And we will never be equal, because I will always know that I entered the front door. You will always know you entered the back door.
Yeah.
Even if you serve us equal meals at the same price, with the same service. When we go home at night, I will go to bed knowing that I came through the front door. And the only reason you're in there is because they opened a special door for you to enter to get the same thing from me. That's what amending the Constitution means to me. 4th of July and America's birthday, I think it's great. But I think that in order for us all to celebrate this country, it needs to be created again. The document must be rewritten. We and all races that's in this country must be included in that document.
That document only.
Men that signed that document were all white.
Yeah, exactly.
There was no representation by us.
Exactly. But that document.
So then,
but Derek, that document does not need to be rewritten or amended until the people that rewrite it and sign it actually intend to live by the words in the document. Other than that, man, it's just motherfucking window dressing to me. Because you know, I'm a skeptic when it comes to America and legitimacy of the people who live in it. Okay, I'm a skeptic. Okay, to me, it's all lip service. To me, you can tell me you can take some shit and paint it gold and tell me it's gold. You know what I mean? You know, so but it's up to me to believe whether it's actually gold and that gold is something that has real value. You know, but at the same time, but in actuality, it's shit. So what I'm saying is, man, you know, you can write a document, you can sign a document, man, but until you live up to what's in that document, you live up to it, to those words, to the motherfucking letter, then it's all just words, man. Like any other contract, man, it can be breached. You know what I mean?
You gotta come back. You asked me in the beginning, what does the 4th of July mean to me?
Uh-huh.
You're going to ask that same question to a racist white man. You ask that same question to a non-racist white man.
Mm-hmm.
Until you address what teaches them to be racist, that document there is the epitome of racism, because it says that they get something by being born here, and that's it. We get something because we had to ask for it, and they gave it to us. They formed a country and became free in America. Then they come back and give us permission to be Americans. These are the same folks that give you permission to do anything else, and the same folks that deny you from all sort of things. It's the first tool. It's not the only tool, but it's what's used. I step back and say, if I was a white man raising my white son, I would let him know that he is different. He is an American by way of the Constitution in its original form. And your neighbor or your playmate, friend, we gave him permission to join us and become American. No one gave the white man permission. He formed a country. He formed a government. And then he gets to decide to include us. As long as that dynamic is in place, it teaches the black man that he's different. It teaches the white man that he's superior. Right now, today, we are asking our government to pass laws to protect black lives. We don't have to pass laws to protect white lives. That makes us different, and different is often inferior than the original. Until we realize that our history and our original forming was done in a racist manner, you cannot get anything today that's going to make anything equal for any of us. It's a mindset. If I was a 12-year-old white boy, I would feel superior because my 12-year-old counterpart black boy has to get a law that says you cannot hang him anymore. You got to get a law that says you cannot use a chokehold anymore. A law that says, hey, you have to remove monuments that are offensive to me. There are no monuments publicly displayed that are offensive to him. You make me inferior by the way you govern me and by the way you pass laws and legislation to include me. That makes me special, which is different, and it's easy to ascertain that I am inferior from that point forward. We call it white privilege. And it's embedded in how this country was formed. In 1865, when the slaves were set free, they should have rewrote the Constitution. Today, it needs to be rewritten. I don't care if it's the same document, but it must be signed by black people. It must be signed by Native Americans, Mexicans, Asians, all people of color must be included. That's the start. So then the next black baby, the next white baby that's born, that's what they learn, that we're all created equal. Because when I went to school, in my civil government classes, I had to study amendment. They gave me the right to vote. They gave me the right desegregation and all these things. That makes me different. My white counterparts in my classrooms, they looked at me like, wow, I get to go in the door because I'm an American. You had to get another law passed to even approach the door. I'll never be equal. They will always look at me as being special. Just like the kids that ride on those short buses. They can't do the same thing as regular students. We have to get you special accommodations to include you in public school. You're still going to get some education, but it's because we did special things to include you. And until that's taken away and rewritten and changed, the mentality stays. There's no law, there's no communication, or anything that's going to change those that support our president now, those that support the KKK. There's nothing we can do about them. The things we do now affect those babies that's being born now. See, racism is something that is defeated over time. I cannot educate a racist right now. He's going to be the way he's going to be. Educate the 5-year-old, the 3-year-old, so that when they become leaders and people that are in the community, you have a different mindset. But if you let that 5-year-old grow up and he gets educated to know that his unalienable rights were given to him and mine had to be fought for, he'll always know I'm different. He'll always feel like he's superior. He got to walk through the door because of who he is. I get to approach the door because somebody had to pass a law. It makes me unequal. And it will always be different. I approach this in a different way. I can take the racists and set them aside. And I can define and show you how black people react and act in an inferior manner because this is what we learned. That the only way I can get to where I'm at now today is somebody had to do something special to include me. I deserve it because I'm a breathing, alive, intelligent black man. That makes a huge difference in what you think about yourself. It makes a huge difference about your own internal self-confidence, and it makes a world of difference at our black kitchen tables. And what me as a father is able to tell his daughters and his sons about who they are. Our children learn about Martin Luther King, and it's a great thing, great man. But when they dig deeper and read, they say, wow, he had to fight just so I could get water at the same water fountain. He had to fight just so I could just go to college. He had to fight so I could eat clean and good food. And then you sit and think, they didn't have to fight. That destroys the youth when he thinks that he's coming into a fair playing field, a level playing field, where if you work hard and do the right thing, you can succeed. There's an asterisk on the end of that for minorities. Because we got to do a little bit more. We need their help. And until we realize that that dynamic is going to forever affect our minds negatively, and that dynamic is going to forever provide privilege to those that oppose us. That's my thought on 4th of July is that, hey, this holiday is different for everybody. I'm thankful to be an American because it's the greatest country on earth. But if I was a white man, I'd be thankful to be an American because it's the greatest country on earth that I founded. They often tell us if you don't like it, leave. And they understand that, hey, why are you going to leave something that's been very good to you? Better than any other place. It's kind of saying the same thing that a battered wife that's married to somebody who makes a lot of money. If you don't like the way I treat you, then go somewhere else and be whatever you're going to be. It'll never be at this level. That's privilege. And it's also giving us low self-esteem. It makes it so that we feel like we're inferior. which feeds into the self-destruction that you see in Chicago and on the streets of black America everywhere. Because they've been told that the only reason you're here is because I allowed you to be here. I couldn't imagine that you got to pass a law that says you can no longer hang us from a tree. I couldn't imagine that you got to pass a law to say it's okay for me to go to your schools and learn just like you. Imagine that we got to pass laws for affirmative action that says no matter how hard I work, no matter what I learn, I still need your help to get people to recognize that I'm qualified and I can do the same job. As long as that exists, you will have those problems. That defines Chicago, black on black crime. It's self-destruction. Because no matter what I do, I'm always inferior to you.
All right, man. So, in other words, man, so, your perspective is a deep dive, whereas my perspective is much less layered than yours. I'm a brass tacks kind of guy. I try to see things for what they are versus, looking at the underbelly. Obviously, you're more in tune to the underbelly than I am. But to me, Independence Day is, hot dogs, fireworks, flag shorts and bikinis, and folks beating their chests, espousing their love for a country that they really hadn't done anything for, but they reap the benefits of being here. And people like you and I, veterans, who actually did something, gave something bigger than gave to something bigger than ourselves, or bigger than feathering our own nest. People like you and me, we do have a bit of ownership of this country. I think anyone who gave something of themselves to this country owns a piece of it, and I'm rightfully staking my claim. So if somebody tell me to go back where I came from Randall Heights. That's where I came from. You know what I'm saying? So when I see a day like today, especially being a veteran, man, I ain't saying this to be cruel or anything like that, because I'm an American. I love this country as much as anyone else, but I don't give a damn. You know what I mean? I hold this country to a very, very, very high standard, a standard that will never be met. Not in my lifetime, and I doubt in my children's lifetime will that standard ever be met. You know what I mean? Because to me, it's all, we're living in a house made of straw that can be burned down at any second. White folks and black folks, because none of us are living up to the ideals that we say are so self-evident. I don't think any of us are, and I don't think any of us ever will, because of the nature of what this country has become. You know what I mean?
So what you're saying is some people celebrate this holiday because they're on the American team versus being on the Russian or the communist China team. Yeah. We say it's our birthday and we're a great country and we're better than other countries in the world.
Yeah. I mean, you think about it, man. Think about it. And correct me if I'm wrong here, man. The most patriotic people in America are folks who haven't done a goddamn thing for this country other than prosper. Go to high school, go to college, get a great job, build wealth or whatever. Build a nice foundation for their family or whatever, and haven't lifted a motherfucking finger to do shit.
And move the needle.
Exactly. Yeah.
Everybody doesn't have to serve in the military.
I feel you on that. Everybody does not have to serve in the military, but there are ways of contributing versus just taking. And there's a lot of folks out there, man, who beat their chest and claim that they're, patriotic Americans who haven't done a good goddamn for anyone outside of their own family, and never will. But we'll swear up and down that.
Other than live your life, that's contributing to the country. If you reproduce and you give America some more good people.
Hell no! You guys it's gotta be about more. That's the point, man. It's gotta be about more than that, man. You have to recognize some shit, man. You gotta recognize that, yeah, this country is great and this country's done a lot for me. But I also gotta recognize the fact that there are other folks in this country who have not had the privileges or the fortunes that I've had, and I gotta make sure that when I leave this earth, that they have access to the same opportunities that I have. I don't mean giving them anything, but at least giving them per se the opportunity and the ability to equally stake their own claim in this country. And that ain't fucking happening, dog. We know that. I know that. You know that. And folks out there listening know that that shit is not happening. And if someone tells you that it is happening, they're a motherfucking fool. And that's just being real, dog. Huh?
Let me give you a sports analogy. It's never gonna happen.
No, it's not. Fuck no, it's not gonna happen. No, and I know that.
If I had the Super Bowl team, the Super Bowl winner, I got Tom Brady, Jerry Rice, Bo Jackson. I got the greatest athletes on my team. There is no reason I would ever trade them or get rid of them. I would just dominate from that point forward. You can take Alabama, for instance. They run recruiting, and they're going to always be on top. Alabama should never think about taking steps back so that Fort Valley can catch up, so Georgia State can catch up, or any of these other middle of the road or lower than universities can catch up. If you're the leader and you're the strongest, then you continue to defeat those that are trying to get your post. And you continue to build and you continue to make things stronger for you, for your benefit. That's what's happening to America. 1776, we formed the country.
That's where it's always been, man. That's where it's always been.
Wait. Well, what I'm saying is, you got to come back and think, because this is the black strategy that I think fails us. There's no way in the world you're going to ask somebody who has just won the Super Bowl to weaken his team so you can compete. Never will happen.
Exactly. That's the point.
We will give you something every time I give you something.
And Derek, that's the point, man. Call a spade.
I'm going to make sure I get 3 times as much as you get.
And that's the point. That's the point, man. Stop fronting. Call a spade a motherfucking spade. You know what I'm saying? At least as Americans, we can at least own up to the fact that this is the way it's going to be, and there are certain things in this country that are never going to change. And the most important thing is, the most pertinent thing is power when it comes to finance and opportunity. That is controlled by white America. It always will. They will never, ever, ever, ever. They will burn this motherfucker to the ground before they ever allow us keys to that motherfucking castle, man. Ever. The power base and the financial base in this country always will be controlled by white people. Period. But see, the thing is, but what I want is I want motherfuckers to acknowledge that shit and to fucking say it, so we stop dancing this dance and dreaming this dream that someday it's gonna be fucking equal when we all know it fucking ain't.
Well, I look at that as
you give an analogy. You give an analogy. I'm gonna give an analogy. Okay, husband and wife. Husband cheating on the wife. The wife know this motherfucker cheating. He know he cheating. Okay, they both know he cheating. But he'll never own up to it. No matter what. Nah, baby, I ain't cheating on you. I'm out here working. I'm grinding for you. But you know he's cheating. He know he's cheating. Everybody around him know he's cheating. They see him out in the streets with this bitch. That he kicking it with. But he'll never admit to his wife that he's cheating on her with somebody else. That's the same thing with America. We know it ain't gonna change. We know what the power structure is built on. We know who controls the power structure. Everybody knows it. It's not a secret. But they are not going to acknowledge that shit.
Is there that the husband would admit it? There's no reason. There's no
exactly
for him.
Exactly. That's the point. You made my point. There you go. Absolutely.
Not no point. But why would he? So then I come to you as Black America and say, hey, why do you keep going to ask him to admit it? That shouldn't be your strategy. I don't need you to take a monument down. I don't need you to pass a law to say stop choking me. My strategy should be to beat you at your own game. See, I'm gonna stop you from cheating on me. Either I'm gonna cheat on you, or I'm gonna put some stuff in place to where you will do something differently.
And that's what we're doing. That is exactly what we're doing as black people.
What you're doing, and I'm gonna beg you to stop.
I think now
we've been doing that since they brought us over here. here.
But I think we reached that moment of enlightenment as a people where we say, you know what, this motherfucker's cheating. He ain't gonna never stop cheating. We know he's cheating. Oh, okay. Now I'm gonna go out and get me somebody else. Now I'm gonna change the game.
You can't do that. You can't. Well, that's what they said. Go back to Africa. That's getting you somebody else because America is the wife. America is the wife. And the white man has been cheating on America.
But we're changing the game. But we're in a position now. But we're in a position now where we know we need to change the game.
The white man says, "Why? We winning. Everything that he's done benefited him. It benefited him to rape and pillage the Indians. It benefited him to use the black slaves. It benefits him to do imperialistic things all over the globe to take over and set up Coca-Cola and McDonald's. It benefits him. So we shouldn't stop. If I was a white man, I wouldn't stop either.
Exactly. That's the point.
Take this thing over and rule it for eons.
Exactly.
But the black man, you cannot go to the slave master and ask him for help.
That's not dude. Are you listening? Dude, are you listening? That's not what I said. That's not what I said. All I'm saying is stop faking the front and at least be man enough to admit, yeah, this is the game. This is the way the game's going to be played. But they don't have the courage or the ball sacks to acknowledge that fact. They're gonna say, no, you have the opportunity. It's not like that.
Wait.
You know, America is changing.
Wait.
No, it ain't.
Wait. Come on. I think you got to look at things differently.
What?
The white man has admitted it. That's why he gave you the right to vote. And then right after he gave you the right to vote, he rezoned everything so that, hey, he wins anyway. He gave you affirmative action. And then he put a glass ceiling over there. I mean, he's done that. You've gotten what he wanted. Every time, I say again, every time he gives you something, he gives himself 3 or 4 times what he gave you. See, and that's the whole thing. I mean, it's killing me. The war on drugs empowered counties and the police to do what they wanted. They put a war on drugs to help your neighborhood. And then they funded the DEA and all of these drug people to go in there and arrest you. And then they turned around and made prisons profitable. You lose. Now, they educated us. Don't do crack. Some of us learned it. The rest of us are locked up. They win. They make money off of you being locked up. I mean, you got to understand it. We cannot, there's nowhere else you can ask your oppressor to be the one to give you equality. You can't do that. We are in a situation in America, we got to solve our own problems. Black America got to solve its own problems. We're not going to get economic equality from them. Passing some laws is not going to take the knee off of George Floyd's neck. I looked up and I said, wow, the past 5 presidential administrations had just as many racial atrocities as Donald Trump. But we would beg it different because he's an open racist. He's caused a lot of the stuff. No, there was much more racist, oppressive acts during George Bush's era and his sons. But those presidents never came out and called you SOBs in public. Getting Trump out ain't gonna change nothing. Except you don't have to watch it on TV. It's still going to exist at your job, the grocery store, and in the sports arena. It's going to exist everywhere. All the racists that do the things to us, they're not in the White House. They're the people you work with, them your neighbors. None of that's going to change. We got to stop thinking that, hey, our answer is to convince them to say, hey, you know what, this is messed up. They will give you what you want. They're going to give it to us in a few. They're going to say, hey, Black lives do matter. This, that, and the other does care. And I'm scared to death about what they do right after that behind closed doors. And then we find out 15 years later what they actually really did. They done shook our hands many times. They march with us. They done told us that. They're out there protesting with us so they can lead us economic destruction. They're going to take from our schools. They're going to poison our water. They're going to do several things to us to still continue to oppress us. They're not going to give you nothing. Nobody's going to lay down and say, hey, you know what? We done got privilege. We done got all kinds of things from what we did to these people. Let's make everything equal. You'd be a damn fool to think that that's going to occur. I go back and tell you again, if I'm on the winning team, we ain't giving you shit. We don't continue to win. That's the American way. When you got them down, you take them out. They publicly will do what they need to. The Selma Bridge in Alabama with MLK. It was on national TV and they were internationally embarrassed. They gave us civil rights. And at the same time, they also took things from us. They dropped off drugs in your neighborhood and say, lock them niggas up, separate the male and female. And it's killing us now. We didn't see it happening at all. All we thought was, my mama got a job in 1974 working for the Social Security Administration in Detroit, bought a house. Yes, they hooked her up, but guess what? Derek grew up without his father. And that happened in many a home. They figured it out. Give them some rights. What's the next thing we're going to do? We're going to separate the man and the woman. We're going to weaken their family. What does that do? It produces a bunch of bullshit, sorry-ass children. It's a strategy that we ain't thought of, ain't even thinking. We still thinking, hey, if the police stop doing brutality to us, they're going to continue to kick niggas in the head that break the law. That's what they do. We ain't figured out, hey, if you don't break the law, you don't get kicked in the head. And then there's more black men on the street that can meet black women that form black families. We ain't figured out. All we want to do is just quit getting kicked in the head. We haven't figured out that the greatest strength that we got, we can fix. We can fix the pieces that are broken. Because we're the greatest beings on this earth. We're the Jews. And we don't realize that. We're the Jews. No matter what we do, whatever it is we put our mind to, we're better. And we're better. And we're better. It shows you on paper. We took care of their kids in slavery. Look how strong them white boys and white women are. We took care of them. We make them stronger. Everything we do. But we don't realize it that, wow, if I could take my divorce rate in the black community from 80% down to 20% so that the majority of us grow up with a man and a woman in the household, we did a lot better. That's why they attack. Look at the things they attack on us. They attack the black male. They make the black female a sex object, and they put us and criminalize us. It's to separate us. That's the biggest divisive thing they got. They divide us. You're a divorced male that had problems with an ex-wife. I'm definitely one. It kills us. You couldn't imagine how stronger we would be. It ain't about the money. If we grew up in that dynamic, we stop that. We control that. And that's killing us. Because now my daughters grew up at home by themselves, watching TV and doing stuff themselves. Divisive. We like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and rap music. They make stuff and they put it in front of us. You're a poor black person, but you'll save up all month long to get some Gucci stuff. They were also.
All right, man. All right. We're gonna have to leave. We have to leave right there. We're kind of over our time limit.
Good to go. I appreciate you, boy.
Dude, you rolling, baby. I love it.
They killing us on that shit. Shit that we can control ourselves and it would defeat them. It takes time. You ain't gonna see it in those decades. But if we stayed married, you already know that shit. That's half the reason why me and you, bro. I would say you just with that. You didn't get married just because you fell in love. This is shit. Two of us with two incomes, it makes life a whole lot better. It makes it easier to do homework. It makes it easier to cook Thanksgiving dinner. It makes it easier to go through a sickness. It makes it easier to go through any kind of atrocity you got if you got somebody that really got your back.
Damn right. But
They
yeah,
have pitted us against our women to where even those that are married, we in the same household. I don't think she got my back, or even vice versa. That's killing us.
I agree.
And the big difference is, you go back to 1950 and we were together. They saw that shit. They saw it. We didn't see it. They saw it. Since 1950s with the Martin Luther King, they've been destroying the black family. That's what they attacked first.
All right, dude.
The
All right,
black
dude.
family.
Dude, let's leave right there. We'll pick this up on the next episode, man. But we got to wrap it up here. But a lot of good points, man. I know we started out talking about Independence Day, but definitely everything we talked about definitely dovetails from that because everything that happens in this country is directly tied to our independence and what happened to form this country. So everything that's happened after that date in 1776, it all rolls into under the same umbrella. So we all got to take pride in our country and do what we can as individuals to make this country better day by day, in my opinion. And hopefully everybody shares in that same sentiment. That being said, subscribe. I need subscribers. Chime in, comment below, let me know. Sign up for notifications. I do need my subscribers. And the folks who have subscribed and stuck with me, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. And I'm doing everything I can to make this channel bigger and better. And so I'm looking forward to bigger things over the next over the remainder of 2020 going into 2021. A lot of stuff that's happening. We got an election coming up in a few months. So it's going to be a lot of stuff to unfold and unpack. And we'll be definitely here to talk about it. And Derek, I definitely need you on more shows. Let's make this thing a habit, all right, brother?
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
What you doing over there, man? You over there wrestling? What you doing?
What am I doing?
I said I hear a lot of noise in the background. You over there wrestling? What you doing, man?
Oh, I walked in. I thought you stopped recording.
Oh no, I'm still recording, man. But I'm wrapping up. Anyways, like I said, comment below. Let me know what's up. I do appreciate it. Hit me up on Twitter at WhatLonzoThinks. Email me at whatlonzothinks@gmail.com. Please subscribe, share. Hit me up on Facebook as well. And once again, tell me what you think because you just heard What Lonzo Thinks. Bye.